like YouTube on the other because I'm on somebody's Wi-Fi.
So just saying, because it was mentioned, I am totally up for hijacking a satellite so that we can have PTP laser signal across the entire planet within like an hour's notice.
Well, we need boosters for the PTPs themselves, and then we need the satellite, and we'd have to take multiple satellites because otherwise we'd only have the enhanced signal while the satellite's in position.
So 1 hour a day, guys. Unless we follow.
That's not true because you could do a geosynchronous orbit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's not what their satellites do. They probably.
I mean, we're talking Star Wars tech where we could have a Star Destroyer land on a planet without causing massive gravitational issues.
You know, until the new movies, they couldn't do that.
Well, depending on the model, because the VIX could.
Sorry, I'm assuming ISDs.
Yeah. Well, see, the movies never tell us which one you're dealing with when you see that happen.
No, well, the VIX have a particular design style to them.
Well, not even
the Mark 1.
So you're thinking of the Mark 1. The Mark 2 just looks like a mini Star... No, the Mark 2 is the one that's distinctive. The Mark 1 literally just looks like a small Star Destroyer. Because the Mark 1 is the one they retconned in.
Well, you know Yin Sid doesn't use VIX, right?
Yeah. Or if they do, they haven't told us that's what they're using. Well, but then the VIX weren't actually in the VIX were in the original movies, but weren't named anyway. I want to say the VIC is something D6 came up with. They came up with the fact to explain why you had two models that were the exact same shape, but one was a little bit smaller.
I'm not sure which came first, the Wedge D6 version or the one from the X-Wing games.
Wedge came before X-Wing.
Okay. Man, Wedge was responsible for so much stuff.
But no, what I'm saying is, even then, you don't have major Earth-ending, world-ending cataclysmic events when a Star Destroyer for some reason crashes lands on a planet, because we have seen that happen, and the world doesn't go to shit from it, besides the immediate area. Because, gigantic falling spaceship on a planet.
See, that falls under space opera physics.
It's Star Wars. We're still in a space opera, aren't we?
Right, that's what I mean. Star Wars, space opera physics. Crashing spaceships don't damage planets.
Man, if that happened when that orbital station crashed on that one planet, it would have doomed the entire continent.
I say, yeah, this is not the universal century.
It would have done more to doom the continent.
Takes out the entirety of Australia.
Oh God, that really wasn't calling her up. But anyway, we're getting off topic. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Why don't we just hijack a couple satellites? Because I'm pretty sure we can get them to sit still.
Yeah, once you have control over them, you could.
Yeah, but if they start sitting still, it looks suspicious.
And you would have to position them in such a way that they're not going to be in the path of anything else.
I'd say the whole point is them not knowing we took them.
I mean, it's possible to do. If you want to use that avenue, you can certainly try.
And, I figured, if we're going to do that, I'd want to wait till we're actually big enough to need it, because right now we're all in the same city and half the time in the same building. So, satellite range is not necessary.
Don't mind me, just up in the valley. Off on my own.
It's like even when you range off on your own, you're still within 2 miles of us.
Except for today.
This was a special circumstance, yeah.
But in all seriousness, we have Rory. Why don't we just make a bunch of CubeSats and go up in space and just dump them out the cargo bay?
Again, because we don't need them right now.
But we can.
It's a matter of using the resources we have for what we actually need it for. At the moment, that feels like a waste of resources.
Fair enough.
Oh.
So are they less likely to murder each other now by the end of this?
They're begrudgingly working together.
They hate me enough that they got over their shit. Awesome. I'll take it.
But I imagine some of the tactics you were doing were things like, I'm going to lock the two of you in this room and you have to work together to find a way out.
Among other things, yeah.
Good luck. You basically just threw into a breakout game.
So a little bit
that
of escape
ends
room,
in
a little
pain
bit of
if they
combat
fail.
training, a little bit of just getting them pissed at me, so they have a common enemy. A little bit of here you each have 1/3 of a map. Try to figure out how to get there. That's like every military team building trick he knows from his Gemini days.
In that case,
hyper-congressed into a 2-day montage.
Were you doing things like overnight or anything like that to maximize your time?
Making sure they still get 6 to 8 hours sleep, but yeah, like full. I don't want them going in, unrested.
I'm totally gonna shoot these guys.
But yeah, he is trying to push them to the limit, but not past it.
Okay.
But by breaking them, you rebuild them into what you want.
Yeah, but he doesn't have boot camp kind of time.
As I don't have that kind of time, and I'm trying not to break them and turn them into drones.
So you're not trying to do the classic military way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
I value their individuality highly.
I mean, that's instilled in the Marines. Well, every person's a rifleman, somehow at the same time.
Right, or in this case, they each have their own unique set of skills, and I want them to keep using that. I just want them to actually work together as a unit.
Okay. In which case, you will pick up some information due to their arguments, unless you're ignoring their arguments and are just like away while they're having them.
It's valuable intel that can be used to manipulate them later.
Oh god.
So I know this now, I can use it in their training later and get them more pissed at me.
Okay.
Well, I feel like this is going to be a bunch of personal information about the two of them bickering at each other.
Well, they knew each other. Okay.
$10 says Dimitri's going to end up being mentioned in this somehow.
Find out they're both into, dogs. Bestiality for the win.
Now,
I mean, it wouldn't be that. It's just they're into aliens. Technically.
Yeah, because all it is like it's so different than like if a Savician had a relationship with a human.
Yeah, but both us and the books make bestiality jokes about that too. So
that's a very valid point.
Well, you will find.
It's like it's perfectly okay, and everyone makes jokes about it nonetheless.
Yep.
You will find. From their various arguments, that apparently Gin has a older brother who doesn't like her. And just comments, kind of thing, like, after all this is done, he's gonna kill you, that kind of thing. Let's see. Some low blows about her missing father. And I don't mean like he walked out, I mean like no one knows what happened to the guy. like a body wasn't found kind of thing. And blaming her her attitude for the predicament her folks are in. Apparently, compared to the rest of the people of Catheme, Gin is not in the money. Well, Anya would be the equivalent of higher middle class.
I'm sorry, a headline basically implied Kathleen Kennedy is still around because nobody else wanted her job.
Well, you've seen what people do. What kind of stress that job is? Nope.
So she got a 3-year contract renewal because nobody else wanted the job.
Wow. Backfire. Okay. Yep. And something about one of her old boyfriends. Anya, on the other hand, you'll find from Gin's End of Things that Anya's weakness is her ego and pride. She Part of the reason why she's so snide with Gin is because she believes she is better than Gin, social standing aside. Uh, Anya is also, as she's mentioned, good at handling animals, which is what she does on the side. You will also find out that Anya is also as driven as she is to try to match up with her sister. The kind of thing of why can't you be like your whatever sibling kind of situation. Mm-hmm. So Anya has essentially tried to match that because she's tired of hearing crap like that.
So she has a sister complex. Yeah. Sort of hearing.
Yeah, Anya. Yeah. Yeah.
I have learned much. And for completing their training, I shall award them both, comma.
Like the grammatical symbol?
No, the Mandalorian combat skirt.
Oh.
A combat skirt?
Hello.
That's a thing?
The Mandalorian kilt is called a comma. You know that kind of half thing that you see a lot of like the clone troopers wearing?
Oh, that.
It's not Mandalorian. It's called a comma. It's from they borrowed it from the Mandalorians.
Neat.
The way you said it at first, the combat skirt, I was like, wait, you're giving them a skirt to wear in... Wait, what?
It's called a comma, which apparently from Mandalorian translates to combat or command skirt, depending on who you talk to.
And in reality, it's just like that piece of cloth that's on one of their hips.
Well, it's hanging off their hips and covers their their rear end. Yeah.
No one will shoot my ass.
That's it?
It's also called a kilt.
But it's neither of those. I'm so confused. Logic. I need to stop using it with space opera.
Its primary purpose is to protect the legs and shield your ass from jetpack backwash.
That's amazingly convenient.
But it's cheap, affordable, and a good way to symbolize that they did good. So,
does it also like actually provide an armor bonus, or is it purely status and cosmetics?
These days it's purely status and cosmetics. He's probably going to have it made from local material, so some kind of sturdy leather or something. The Clone Commando version is made of like that anti-blast cloth that you like blast vests and shit. I don't think we have access to that, so up to you whether the local leather would be provide any kind of soak bonus for their ass.
I mean,
probably like a +1. If they make it out of the hunter's material, it would be higher than that.
Okay, we'll go with the hunter's leather. You know, the good shit.
That's designed to protect against animal attacks.
So yeah, the good shit. It's something cheap and symbolic I can give them without actually, because they haven't actually earned any actual Mando crap yet, but I can give that away without pissing anybody off. They start running around in T-visors, people get upset.
I mean, has Dimitri earned anything yet?
Dimitri got a fucking jetpack, man.
That's a very valid point.
I gave everybody.
Does that mean technically I've already earned it?
After our first majorly successful mission, I gave everybody jetpacks.
So, actually, on that note, does that mean technically I could already get a T-visor, or is it jetpack in T-visor?
T-visor comes when you get the armor. And you don't get the armor unless you're actually indoctrinated into the culture.
Oh.
Which we can do, but I have to, bring House Ren into it, and I got to run it by the family, because, at that point you're basically being absorbed into the house. And there's a whole, thing for that.
Well, I'll just put that on the back burner for now.
Yeah, I was about to say, I figured, that might be one of the things of, like, if we free the planet, yeah, they'll probably let you in.
Wait, we'll let you in?
He was like, what do I have to do to earn the T-visor? It's like, well, the T-visor comes with the Mandalorian armor, and to do that you have to become a Mandalorian, which we can start the process for, but to my understanding, that means I have to bring House Ren into it, because basically to make you a Mandalorian, we'd have to absorb you into the house, and there's a whole thing for that. You gotta, do stupid shit to prove yourself and all that.
I mean...
if we liberate the planet, yeah, you could probably get the T-visor.
That'll be the most adorable thing ever. A halfling wearing Mando armor.
You haven't seen the Mandalorian
Correction,
Ewok,
a halfling dog person.
You haven't seen the Mandalorian Ewok, have you?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up later. Let's continue. Before I just become brain dead from shock.
Okay, something in addition, though, that definitely would have come up during their arguments is, the reason Anya pretty much hates Gen. This is probably something you would need to work on. There was basically a rite of passage trial that dealt with, finding and hunting a particular animal that Anya was supposed to do on her own, which she did. However, Gin, as far as Anya was concerned, interfered by killing it before it could, attack Anya, before Anya could kill it. Gin claims that's because she, as in Anya, was actually tracking a particular subspecies of the creature in this particular case, the Rosvin, which is particularly deadly. Its poison is basically mortally lethal, while the mainline species isn't. I mean, it'll still scratch you, but it won't instantly kill you. And so basically, it was a grievous interference as such that Anya was rendered disqualified because she didn't do it. She didn't complete the task.
Well, hopefully saving your entire Cripping village will offset that.
I'm really tired now. I have a question. Are you going to make a version of Krillin that has the armor?
I thought about it, but I don't think my Photoshop skills are up to the task.
Okay. Yep. I believe now is the time for you to join.
Yep.
Dimitri.
Now we get to take the Banshees and the Tachikoma. No, he has the Tachikoma, so you just take the Banshees and head on over.
Okay, on this map I have noted altitudes.
Can you guys hear me? I'm making popcorn, so I don't think you guys might hear me.
Hey, look, Aaron somehow got there first.
I'd be starting to question shit if they got here before me.
No, Aaron's our guy.
Oh. I'm not my computer, obviously.
She was the first mini he dropped, basically.
You just where I'm dropping. This is just where I'm dropping you.
Yeah. My guess is they're going to want to set up shop in the castle. Since that is your core offshore buildings, because those are the most easily defending positions.
Much better. So, hi guys.
Hi.
I've been busy.
Good. You were supposed to be.
I've been too busy. I don't have enough map paper to make a map.
Why are you using paper?
I like having more than just a digital copy of things. Oh, by the way, Tachikoma, pull up the map.
Is it you whistle now?
I can totally whistle. Can you whistle?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, oh yeah, did we want, did you all need Rory to make anything while we waited? During the 3 days?
Apparently he's stunning venom arrows that Sky made for me. Or at least made to concentrate for that you didn't do something with, I guess.
That's it. We have a
Maybe.
shit ton of paralytic bat venom.
I will need rolls for her from that.
So we're making some for arrows. I don't know if you want to try and work some into like some shrapnel bomb type things.
I was thinking maybe like nerve gas, essentially, of, just
We're
basically
going World War I, this shit? Oh god.
well, more in capping.
That's
Not
you know
in-
how to make nerve gas?
Still going to the, oh god, it's World War I all over again, guys.
I don't know, let's find out. Can I find out, David?
Well, do you want to actually make nerve gas?
I want to see if Rory knows the basics of it. Before attempting it, being like, does he understand of basically, well, when I say nerve
Does he know
gas,
chemistry?
essentially enough to basically incapacitate people, not kill them. That's
Just say you're trying to make tear gas. It's a lot safer and simpler to say.
No, that's fair. Yahtzee.
But,
Okay, that's one.
just saying, here's a gigantic map. Oh, by the way, I think this place would be the best.
I'll go there then.
Yay, Yahtzee. Full house. So full house, that's 5, 10, no, 15, 27.
And that's for the nerve gas?
Is it tear gas, whatever you want to call it? I don't know. To see if he understands the basics of basically doing an incapacitating substance. I don't know. That's not going to kill him? Or have permanent damage? Or basically permanent, and won't do permanent damage to them?
That is definitely tear gas, unless they're allergic to it, which then at that point I just... Sorry? Not sorry? Question mark?
Wait, there are people that are allergic to tear gas?
can be allergic to anything.
Yeah, you can be allergic to a chemical in tear gas.
Yeah.
Or you can actually be allergic to a chemical in pepper spray. It's made up of peppers. The acid that's in peppers.
Yeah. But other than that, Rory would also make some IEDs, both party favors and actual, like, stunning ones, I guess. Basically EMP pulses. Well, not EMP, like the stun nets that he got hit by the first day.
Those things.
Okay.
Hey, they're nasty.
But yeah, going back to that question of how are you going to tell them? Because we don't have normal comlinks, do we?
We have normal comlinks also.
You sure you just want to broadcast this across the comlink?
I am counting on their scouts to be able to find us.
That's a very valid point.
I say if they can't find the field of battle, that's kind of on them for not showing up.
Yes, really concentrate. You roll a 15.
So, just gonna put this out there. This valley's huge. I hope you appreciate the work I've done. I'm pretty sure this place has been mapped before.
Okay, I'd say
not by anybody on our staff.
I don't think ever, honestly.
Oh,
I mean, look at this place. There's a castle in it, for Christ's sake.
I'm sure it's been surveyed before. Or else there wouldn't be a castle here, so somebody surveyed it.
Well, not in recent history, because that thing's old.
I'd say 6D versus stamina.
Okay. And how many doses is that?
You have a number of bats, a number of days, and you're wanting them to be of what, arrow tip?
The idea is something that we could apply to weapons, like either arrow tips or possibly, fill some of my darts with, or apply to my my blades. Or applicable toxin.
And
24.
Pleasure.
Okay, we have 24 doses.
I have 12 arrows, so that's 12 more doses for you guys if you want me to give all my arrows this.
Nobody else is using physical weapons, as I recall. Everybody else is blaster-based, right?
Yep.
I'm blaster-based, but I'm just going to use my bow this time.
Well, I mean, you have a bow that you use occasionally.
Yep.
I deal in IEDs.
Sierra has some knives that she almost never uses.
I do have a knife.
I also have a vibroblade, but if I'm stabbing someone with a vibroblade, I think they're having bigger problems than venom.
And I don't know if you can apply poison to a vibroblade, because I feel like it would just vibrate off.
Yeah.
That too.
You can turn the power cell off.
But yeah.
But that's the whole point of a vibroblade. That is actually another thing that I thought of.
I'll take the other 12 and put them in darts for my dart launcher.
Oh, by the way, I would suggest not going in the tunnels. It's not exactly fun.
Oh, but yeah.
Also, there's water in there, so I don't think we would want to make a sinkhole and trap people in there. Because I don't feel like trying to dig them out. Do you guys?
Let's hold off on that one until we have a better idea what the situation looks like. Because depending on what equipment they have, it may be okay.
I will state this for posterity reasons. I'm only bringing my bow and my pistol. And my vibroblade, obviously.
Okay.
If I recall, didn't you give us the quiet jetpacks as well?
No, they're not the stealth model.
Not yet, they aren't.
Or
when
That sounds like a job for Rory.
You could do that, but based on the stats of the stealth models they have, it would really hurt their movement ability.
Yeah, we need more mobility than stealth right now.
I'd say so. You either get range or you get stealth. That seems to be the.
Makes sense.
So how would these areas work? Because they do 4D of physical damage and then, what, 60 of,
60 of stun damage.
Oh, God.
I said 60 versus stamina.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you roll 6 dice and then they roll stamina resist. My bad.
Yeah, because these aren't stun arrows, they're paralytic arrows.
Okay, so, either way, that's still really good. So, how are we going to make sure that they actually know where we're at, so that they can come towards us?
I can send off a flare.
Yeah, this area is relatively clear. They might be able to see it. They're not blind.
Are you guys actually grouped here while you're talking and discussing? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose it's not day 3 yet, as in, like, the end of day 3.
Well, I thought he was training these...
I trained them for 2 days, and day 3 we were coming up here, because it takes travel time on the speeders and everything.
Okay. So then it sounds like you actually have a day to be here.
Well, counting travel time, we have a day to get settled, get rested, that, go over the maps Dimitri handed us, etc., yeah.
Like you're in the planning phase.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're going to want to take up position in the castle or one of these other high grounds, because that seems to be how they think. I'm inclined to put our hunters over here in the trees, where they can do their thing and setting up traps and everything. Dimitri, I don't know if you want to be with them or find yourself a different position. You seem to operate very similar to how they think.
It would work, but it would also work if I try to drag them away from their high ground positions and go into the low ground.
Well, that's what I want to do, is I want to be able to drag them from the high ground to the tree line.
Dan will be leaning into Dimitri from his back, her chin on top of his head. That's of course he moves.
Dimitri's been hiking too much. He doesn't want to move.
There was that roguish looking woman. She might be going might want to be going through that tree line as well in terms of us being set up.
Probably.
Yeah, there's one thing I want to do now that I'm thinking about it. Because I'm going to roll perception to make sure that there's no one else here.
Cool. Actually roll search since you're actually looking around.
Let's see. In order to maximize our mobility a little bit, Rory, you probably should be set to collapse these underground tunnels so the waterways, expand a little bit. Because
Okay.
looking at this, we can, basically make our own river and isolate the center of the map, except for one entrance. If we collapse these underground passages.
Cool.
That would just create one way in, one way out into the area where we actually want to engage them.
Will do.
Unless they have jetpacks, then
We didn't see any on them, so...
So I'm counting 1, 2, 3.
5, 10,
Possibly
15, 20,
somewhere between 4 and 6 areas you'd have to be below.
38.
Oh, just to be clear, those little tiny ladders at the battlements are ladders to get to the
Yeah.
battlement.
38, 44, 46, 47. The search.
Again, we'll shift off of you as you look around. You are not noticing any people nearby. There are the occasional animals, of course, that are either grazing or birds that are birding around. But no people, as far as you can tell.
I just wanted to make sure of that because the moment y'all mentioned the road, I was like, huh. Let me think about that real quick.
Now, to my understanding, we are not allowed to alter the field before battle. But that's not to say we can't prep the fuck out of what we're going to use to alter the field when the battle starts, so we can spend some time tying up those, snares and other traps and getting them ready for quick deployment.
Anya will speak up. Well, if we're going to do that, we might as well just set it up.
Normally I would agree with you, but there's certain technicalities with these guys that we have, we want to adhere to maximize, your situation so that you're in the best place whether you win or lose. The more honorable, i.e. fair you play, the more they're likely to like you. Hence we can be as prepared, make ourselves as prepared as we can so you can just throw the stuff and run. But if we set it up beforehand, we could be viewed as cheating.
This is true.
Okay, I can go and do that. Oh, wait, was that Greg?
Yeah, Greg's back.
Hey, Greg.
He's been back.
You missed the mud fight.
What?
I had the girls training, and they were making mud wrestling cracks.
Well, they hate each other, so they will physically fight, at least in the beginning.
For stuff. Okay, one. I would like to go off that history roll of 19
Right.
to see if Rory knew anything about the area.
Yes, the area was previously inhabited.
Oh, just double checking. Do the girls have help? Who does not have a helmet that will protect them from Rory's fumes? Because we need to camo paint some stormtrooper helmets, and that would be the time to do it.
This is true.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Demetrius is just gonna wear his mask.
Does your mask cover your eyes? Because a normal breath
It's a breather mask,
a normal
so
breath mask does not.
no. I'll wear goggles as well.
If you think that'll shield you from tear gas, go for it.
A breath mask and goggles that are like the sealed goggles that you wear like with painting, yeah.
Okay, if that's what you have, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the aviator, like World War II goggles.
Okay, I didn't know what you had.
I'm totally gonna have that. It makes sense. I'm a dog, and I have a jetpack. Gotta do it.
Also, do we need time to familiarize the bats with the area, or do they just do their thing?
I can handle that. Gin can deal with the snares.
Okay.
In terms of
and Dimitri's team can help her with that since they're allowed to be here until the fight starts.
Both Gin is wearing a Versus a survival suit.
I endorse that. That's what I have.
Anya is also wearing it, though she's wearing a customized version of it.
Okay. Now I'm sorry. You can answer Rory's question now. Sorry.
Yep.
You're making sure that is good enough.
Okay. minutes, guys. Ah, there we go. There are minutes. Sorry, looking stuff up.
No, you're good.
You're forbidden to look things up. You must do everything off the cuff of your, the edge of your seat. There we go.
No.
No! No! No!
God damn it! I want to derail some more just because you started doing that voice. But no, I will use discipline. Fuck.
Okay, this area was formerly long ago held by the I need to pronounce that correctly. The Keol clan, though at the era this was in, they were more of a tribe than a clan. Yeah, they had taken over this this area and had been their home for several years until they came into a conflict with the Soul. So territory was flipping a little back and forth there. With that in mind, you are aware that the Kaol tribe was originally from the poles. So when they came here, they probably took certain things with them and incorporated things into their buildings. That would lead you to suspect that the old castle down there likely has built-in heating coils throughout the structure. And as for the Soul, you are well aware of their druidic engineering. So there would be cause to suspect some alterations in the area that you could probably recognize over Dimitri, considering you've been studying their data book.
Uh-huh.
As for these bodies of water, you do believe that the leaking tunnels were actually made by the
Soul.
by the Kaol, actually.
The Kaol. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Though for Dimitri's scouting information would imply it's more natural. However, we're talking centuries of water flowing through these things.
Yeah, and they only shaped it mildly. Yeah. Okay.
Does that mean we shouldn't be blowing them? Do they have some kind of historical significance we need to be aware of?
No, not by the sound of it. I mean, in Roy's being like, well, not really. I mean, this place has been inhabited for over 100 years, and the Cal are kind of... Where are they now? Are they part of the Soul? Are they gone? Or
prior to the occupation, they were a thing.
They've just kind of vanished.
As far as you know, they're still around, but you haven't exactly been specifically looking for any information.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Considering that this is their... Well... no, not really. It isn't... It isn't sacrosanct.
Okay, well, I mean, there was that city that we ran into a while back that, I know blowing
No,
it up
no.
would be bad. I wanted to make sure this was not comparable.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
This is if they wanted to come back, I think they would have.
Okay. Next question. You said the castle probably had heating coils. Is there something you could do with those, maybe, to make the place uncomfortable enough that they'd want to come out?
Yeah.
It's like,
probably
thermostat up or something.
Yeah, probably.
What's even better is we're already in a hot jungle, so it wouldn't take much.
Exactly.
Oh, there must be weather.
Hot sunny day. Let's just go with that.
Nah,
Perfect weather for a battle.
I want rain.
But
Nothing but
hot sunny day is the perfect weather for a battle, especially one of epic proportions and epic consequences.
David rolls hurricane.
Rolling for weather.
I was like, oh well, these jetpacks are getting a lot more interesting. Whee!
Okay. Now I believe this is what the day before.
Yeah, this is the day before.
Okay.
So our hunters and trackers should be able to predict the weather. And we also have the local, satellite, weather net that can tell us what the weather forecast is in theory.
Okay.
Modern science.
Today was clear. However, I clicked it again to generate tomorrow.
Hurricane force winds, storm advisory, fast flood watch.
Hail, snow.
Between the first weather net and the theme hunters, because the first order always have to be the first in everything. You're looking at daytime temperatures of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. With effective nighttime temperatures of 54 degrees. Your air currents are going to be a northwestern 14 miles per hour wind with moderate breezes. A high chance of precipitation and thunderstorms.
So this battle of the century will take place on a dark and stormy afternoon.
Dark and foreboding. Got it.
Indeed.
Which technically gives us the advantage because they'll have limited visibility, but we'll still have the bat sonar.
Yeah. And plus, if I have those sensor nodes, we can whip up real quick and put them in certain areas once the battle starts, if we wish.
Isn't it nice having a 3D model to represent yourself with?
I mean, it's not like we're in person right now, so yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see.
Technology making things.
Collapsing those tunnels will be even more effective because that means we'll have mud in addition to the river rerouting.
Yeah. So.
Good. I can put more mud down Gideon's throat.
Quick question, and no, you won't. Mechanics-wise, repulsor lift means I don't basically fall to my death if I activate it and just stay at a stupidly high height and let myself slowly fall, right?
Well, the slow fall is a different device. You don't actually have that.
No, that's why I'm asking. If I just activate the repulsor lift and let myself go from a high height down low, I won't cause horrible injury to myself.
As I understand it, based on the stats of the device I gave you, what that would mean is instead of hitting the ground, you'd stop 10 meters above the ground.
Yeah, you would essentially be shortening your fall distance.
But
instead of ground being 0, ground would be at 10.
So yeah, you'd have less fall damage.
Less fall damage. Okay. The reason why I was asking is mostly because it's like, jetpack repulsors defeat gravity. So, if I just go up in the air and activate the repulsor and just like on off
I actually
it.
have a special repulsor device because I've got one that allows you to basically fall from any height safely.
Your center repulsor acts more like a lift engine in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's less of anti-grav and more of a lifter.
Okay, so yeah, let's not just basically hit air as concrete instead of the ground as concrete.
Yeah. Now you could use
That makes more sense.
You could use the jetpack setting as braking thrusters, and slow your descent enough till you're falling safely. But that's different from the repulsor. You'd actually have to use the engines.
Oh, that's fine. I was just asking because I was considering doing something as a opener. Because, you know, who doesn't want to be drop troops of Elysian and pull a Krieger?
Rory raises his hand. I don't know what those are, but those don't sound nice. Or those don't sound my forte.
I mean, you don't want to be screaming as you fall towards the ground and stop just before you hit the ground and be perfectly safe?
Yeah, you guys are not equipped for that.
Yeah,
I'm equipped for that.
You know me, but you know me. I am not a warrior by any stretch of the imagination, let alone a jumper.
I mean, I'm not asking you to be a warrior. I'm just asking you to be an adrenaline junkie for heights.
I'm not an adrenaline junkie. But anyways,
Your explosive expertise would beg to differ. At least in my opinion. You do some crazy things.
But yeah, so Rory will mess with the heating coils, make it very uncomfortable to be inside the castle, should they decide to do that.
So you're putting that, you're making that change now?
We're trying to avoid making changes.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, So I don't know how to set that up. So I guess even having it remotely ready would be cheating as well. So I don't know.
No, what you can do is make sure that the system works. And then, you know, crazy flying dog can just go over there and push the button.
I just figured he'd familiarize himself with the system so that he can do it quickly when we get him in there.
That too.
That's fair.
Because, the rest of us, some of us can get over there and, basically when we're trying to draw them out, he can, sneak in and encourage them to leave.
Should they set up in the castle. But yeah.
Well,
we can do.
Since it is one of the most defensible positions, is either the castle or the structure over here on the right.
Oh yeah. No, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so familiarize himself with the system.
Because my other guess was this big donut in the middle, and that doesn't seem like, as defensible. It's like, yeah, that's the high ground, but it doesn't really have fortifications like the other thing does.
But also, it's 360 meters up.
326.
326, 350 somewhere else. Yeah.
But the only things that Rory's going to do is set up the sensor nodes if they want, make those gas mines or grenades, whichever they want, IEDs that do stun, essentially non-lethal equipment that we can set up after the battle begins.
Now, if somebody wants to play non-moving sniper, that center cog is a great place, but
I am no sniper.
That's it, and we need you mobile.
Yeah.
The closest thing we have to a sniper that would fit this situation would probably be Dimitri, but we need him mobile as well, especially if he's using the bow.
Oh, I plan on being mobile. Basically hide and then be mobile as soon as they get close enough.
So yeah, I figured all the hunters are going to take to the tree line. Which I guess means Sky, Tachikoma, and I will be the distraction force to create an opening for Rory to get in and screw with the thermostat.
Maybe plant a few things to really encourage them. I don't know.
And then once we drive them, and then while you're approaching, you can be planting charges on top of the sinkhole areas, so that once we drive out of the castle, you can just detonate the sinkholes, hopefully forcing them in the direction we want them to go.
Hypothetically. Yeah, so he'll make those explosives ready.
Okay.
And well, if they don't go into the castle, we can use the river to cut them off from the castle.
Other than that, I can't really think of anything that Rory would do except helping set up, like, stun nets and all that good stuff. Like, do the equipment to prep those.
Equipment check and, making sure they're good to go and everything so they can just be thrown as soon as combat starts.
Pretty much.
Okay. I have the hunter chair there. How many would you have brought in with you?
We have 3 people that would use them, so 3 people. So bring 3, I guess.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
And we'll bring a few more so they can scatter them around just in case they want to get, rotate positions with the hit and fade. Because like Dimitri can jetpack from one to another in theory.
Okay, then you can place those where you'd like.
Eric, position those as you see fit, since you're probably going to be the guy using them.
I mean, the question is where I'm going to be starting.
Well, the chairs are in theory going in this tree cluster, because this is the closest thing we have to a forest area.
Actually, in the off chance that we have to be over there, having them set up wouldn't be a bad idea. Would you agree with that? With those 2 off on the side?
If you want one over there, yeah. Again, like I said, I'm leaving distribution of those up to you.
Because 3 people would be actively using them, and I'd probably be jumping around from them.
I'd say you're probably the most long-range mobile of the group, because Gin's got a jetpack now too, but I don't know how much she's going to be using it.
But yeah, in that case, because we're staying over in this area, it would make more sense to have like 2 over there, and then the rest where the rest of the hunters are going to be. Because everyone's basically going to be in that tree line, it's better to have most of them there, and have the other 2 in an area that would be useful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, I am trying to make a fucking triangle of some sort out of these.
Just so you know, the GFOs does have a high-frequency sonic stun with it, though it's meant to affect animals.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not do that.
That would also affect Dimitri.
Yeah.
At least not near me.
Well, again, Tom is in theory going to be over here with me, so...
I made an equilateral triangle, guys.
Rory probably should be with us since we're going to be providing cover for him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the high-flying dog right now. I'm going to be up.
Actually keeping Rory's athletic ability in mind, I'm going to position this over here. That way he doesn't have to try and clear the river.
Thank you.
But, I'd say that the 2 hunters would have fun with those chairs, and I'd just be up on the hill.
So Rory's with Crow Sky.
Yep.
You're with the big fighting force. I'm with the ambush force. Does that make sense? Because you have to sneak in.
Today we're not the big fighting force. Today we are distraction force.
That works too, but let's just be honest.
I'm
The 2
completely
of you by
fine with
yourselves can basically fight them. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, and Rory would give whatever briefing he could for of the cultural exchange.
Okay.
As a reminder, that means that he did find out that, as you guys probably suspected already, the First Order drove them from their city, and that their city is harboring
something
that they're protecting.
And it seems to be on some kind of timer.
Yeah.
And that's referring to here or a different city?
That's referring to the place they were run off.
The pace they were, yeah.
Okay. And Anya can decide where the hell she wants to put the bats.
It almost makes sense to have the bats inside of the castle, where you would expect bats to be.
Well, the thing is, she has to be able to command them.
That's true.
So, just to double check, essentially, Rory is gonna give me that roller. Is just gonna basically set up mines here.
I'd say anywhere you see those dotted lines, we want to set up a charge to collapse that, so that the water between the 2 sets of dotted lines will come flowing in and fill in the dotted lines.
Wilco.
Thus, making it so that they can't cross that area on foot.
Yeah.
So we're trying to control the terrain to determine where they can actually move.
Oh yeah. Yep, just making sure.
As I figured you could be placing those charges as we're running up to the castle.
So probably be set up here, so we can set up a charge here, and then when he moves with you all, set up a charge here. Actually,
I will leave that up to your character's expertise, but that does sound like a good plan.
Yeah.
Do you want the high-flying dog at the closest point to where they would probably be at the highest point outside of the valley side?
Well, it's a matter of where do you feel you'll be most effective, considering currently you're planning on using a bow, which has limited range compared to everybody else's weapons.
It does, but if I'm also trying to be able to scout them and then tell you where they're at to begin with, it would be useful for me to be even if a somewhat exposed position higher up, so it's really hard for them to shoot me.
Well, their weapons will probably have the range to hit you up there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because my pistol can hit you from there.
Yeah, but it would be long range at that point, and I'd be hiding.
Well, long range doesn't matter if you're dodging. Long range only affects the difficulty if you're standing still.
Oh.
It affects the base difficulty.
Oh, so it doesn't get added to dodge? That's sad.
If you do a full defense, then yeah, other modifiers get added.
But if you're doing a full defense, you're not doing anything else.
I think I'd hide up there, at least, and be ready to spot things before I run away like a screaming Mimi.
Okay.
Because if I could at least tell you where they are to begin with before I have to run off, it would be useful. Because, for instance, if I'm telling you they're not going towards you guys, it allows you to be more aggressive. It also warns the hunters they expect resistance soon. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we got an extra PTP we can give
Anya.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to totally make that hide roll real quick.
Anya Kane is her name.
Okay, yeah, well, she gets PTP, so she gets the same untraceable frequency as us.
Actually, question, would it be hide or snake?
You're not moving so high.
Cool. So I get a +1 to that because of my armor.
Hour before the agreed time, I'm going to enter emptiness.
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
For 1 hour before the agreed time.
I was about to ask what people are going to be wanting to do up until the battle day, so they can and such. Because even now you have plenty of time to set stuff up, and you'll have plenty of downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other than that, the day before, Rory's just going to be kind of off by himself, or you know the New Zealand haka.
I'm not familiar.
Well, essentially, it's just war chanting. It was supposed to be intimidating to do the opponent. He's just listening to that, kind of like basically past hakas, because it is actually a ceremonial thing. Because New Zealand is really cool about honoring their ancient past. Yay!
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, it's actually quite terrifying. Like in person, of these almost 6'5", just guys that almost are as built as gorillas, just basically yelling at you in ancient tongue. Kamate, kamate, gora.
We got downtime.
Really, right now?
Well, you said we had downtime.
Command half day montage.
That's amazing. But let's see. 2, 4, 6.
Hiding Snoopy of Doom.
It gets better. Just wait a second.
Optimized placement or effectiveness? I don't know. That's what I was asking. Like, would a tactics roll apply here?
Well, you give you an idea of where they might be coming from initially.
Okay, yeah, that'll help then, yeah.
Okay, you can give a tactics roll then. By the way...
Can I do my first preset search roll? Because I'll be actively searching while I'm hiding up there.
Oh, so you want a search roll to see if you notice anyone incoming when the battle
Yeah,
starts? Okay.
when the battle starts. While I'm hiding up there.
By the by, can I also get a willpower roll from you?
Fine.
You
Let me
what's
finish
wrong.
the search room. 4, 8, 12, 24. 24 plus 12 is 36. 42. This is not my will, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, just basic roll, make sure we didn't put all the traps in the exact wrong side of the map.
Because I assume what it's for, I'm going to just call it this. You'll laugh. Will save. Am I really trying to not... When does this happen, is my question.
Well, it was going to have it happen during the downtime. But,
If it's happening during the downtime, it's fine.
Downtime is going to be... It is going to be devoted to a montage. So that would be after that half day.
So before the fight.
Yeah, before the fight.
And
Like how much before the fight?
Well, I mean, they said it was the valley that was a battleground. They still have to find you. So...
who knows?
I'll assume before local nightfall. Because I take it you guys are going to be going and watch.
Yeah, and since we're trying to bring them to the agreed upon battlefield, I guess we can have some of Dimitri's scouts take the Banshees out to try and get them to find us. Since this is the field we all agreed to, so I want to make sure that they actually so us sending scouts to bring them in is not offensive. That's just a hey, we all trying to help.
It's like welcome to the field.
Exactly. The idea of us having scouts keeping an eye out for them is not blasphemous.
There you go. That's everything.
Wait. You just rolled a 4?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah, we're also
I rolled a 1 and a 3, so I'm just like, damn it. Wait, you're saying this before downtime, so I'm not going to be using Katara at that point as a will save. Which makes it what? Knowledge? Which is a 2D for me? It's for a will save? Is that right?
A will save is knowledge, yes.
So yeah, if I'm not in the middle of a fight, I'm not going to be using brawling tactics.
You're not going to use your brawling willpower?
Yeah, I'm not going to be using brawling willpower unless I'm in a fight.
Okay.
And
I mean, it's more logical.
And if I may, David, I would like to take some time Rory's going to take time to kind of do math and physics of figuring out where the best placements are for doing the waterways.
Okay.
So that basically he can get more for less.
Since you're doing math and whatnot,
and the Tachikoma can help you with that with the geophone, so you can get an idea of the structural weaknesses and stuff.
For placement, then, when you're placing these, you can increase your demolitions by 2D.
Nice.
Since you're gonna have plenty of time to do the math.
Woo. We got stun nets. We got mines. We got all this.
We got fucking frisbees the bitch was holding out on us on.
Oh, that's right, you were there for
Trust
that.
me.
Wait,
Trust me. If Dimitri
Frisbees?
finds out about this, he's going to be upset.
So,
What,
apparently, our lovely village hunters have this homegrown technology
To make Amazon drones.
that's like there's these little frisbees that you throw out that they have cameras on that link to your goggles. And Gib never bothered to mention that they have this technology, because can you imagine how many places it would have been useful to have throwable cameras?
Especially throwable cameras that we can put repulsor lifts on so they stay in an area for a while.
Rory just kind of looks again with his poker face like, no, that's fair. I've forgotten things myself.
Like, Dimitri doesn't even matter. It's just like,
I
could have used that to not be blown to pieces
That's
earlier.
basically Crow's argument. It's like, yeah, I'm all for holding out, but you realize, Dimitri wouldn't have gotten blown up. Your own people wouldn't have gotten shot the fuck up in that warehouse if you had just mentioned... Hell, if they'd mentioned this or just thought to bring a couple when we brought your own hunters to help us.
It's just like, oh, we're gonna go fight the First Order. We're going into one of their bases.
I
Might be a trap.
Let's move on. I think we get it, though. because I feel like there's going to be a long engagement.
That at the rate we're going may happen next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
We shall see.
It depends. I rolled a 4 for willpower. We might. I'm curious what's going to happen with that, but
Well,
more important things.
You know how your disadvantage works, right?
So yeah, you choose how that comes up, not him.
Now that being said, because most of their time is being spent in a montage and stuff like that, I mean, you can decide how you want to do it.
Since I know they all have PTPs, I'll probably just make a comment on the PTP about it. That'd be it. I don't feel like getting off the plateau I'm on now. I'd be lazy.
This is my mountain. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Oh yes, it's so hard to get down. Jump. Whee!
I didn't say hard. I said lazy. I'm comfortable up here. I got my tent and everything. I'm set.
I'm just thinking now, look, I'm like, dead ass girl.
That's exactly what Dimitri would probably do.
With your binoculars and shit.
Exactly. The real question is, who does it happen to?
That's right, because it's just over the comm link.
Not only is it over the comlink, there's more than just Jin. Gin. I'm not gonna make a comment about Sky. I'm not suicidal.
It's like, oh no, Quinlan's off the leash. I can't stop him.
Oh no, he's using his jetpack. Whatever will I do?
I can't catch him.
Oh no, don't stop.
Hold on. I need to use the Mandalorian words for him to stop. Ooh yeah. No, wait, that means hunt.
Oh no, Tachkoma is going berserk, but only towards to me.
Exactly my point. I mean, we all know what he did when she was flirting with that one First Order lieutenant. He went ballistic into town, going all vigilante on the whole town.
Oh, I
don't want
to. Anyway.
You would have done it every night, but you were particularly into it. You were particularly into it on those nights. But
Okay. You were saved by the comm link.
I was saved by the comm link.
Yep, you were saved by the comm link.
It would have been on the PTP, so...
BRB.
Don't mind me just sleeping up there, because that's exactly what I plan on doing.
You'll hear Anya say, isn't that cute? Someone's actually looking at you.
You know what? I'd make a snide remark of saying, who says I'm not looking at you as well? I'm all the way up here. You wouldn't be able to tell. Just to get her flustered.
I take it back. Your friend has taste.
Wow, this area's not all that big. It's only 26 meters to the gas.
Wait, it's only 26 meters?
They should be half scale.
26x is 26 meters. I mean, I'm okay with this. It means I'm actually... Wait, no, I'm 350 meters up. Never mind. But, I was gonna go, wait a second. That means I'm a lot closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And then I was remembered height. I'm actually at the edge of long range for people. Depending on the weapon. So they actually might not be able to shoot me, depending on what they have.
Well, what do you know?
Huh?
say,
So,
apparently this entire battlefield's only 50 meters across.
it's like, huh, well, what do you know?
I am all for this because it means I'm safe 350 meters up because I'm at the one point that's far enough away from everyone.
I think the numbers are about to change. Space is warped and time is bendable.
Especially to the GM.
Like, it's right now.
Okay,
I mean,
that's more what I was expecting.
I'm 30 meters away from the castle and 350 meters up. Could actually be more than that since.
I mean, granted, I can still jump across the map in one leap, but
A squared plus C squared. You know what? I'm gonna do some math to see how far I'm away, actually. God damn it, Pythagorean's theorem. Why do I remember you? Piece of paper. Where's a loose piece of paper, damn it? Don't mind me, guys.
Just doing the
I'm
maths.
I'm just gonna be writing this down in case it does come up. Because distance matters. So.
Again, we'll quickly retort to Anya. Yeah, he might be making comments, but you know he'll run the instant he sees you without clothes.
Oh. That burn.
Well, at least I don't have any large scars on me from from hunting mishaps.
Why is that a problem?
Anya's struggling for a retort.
and Roy's just like, why is that a problem? Everybody has scars. It's kind of hard not to live on this world and not have scars.
Yeah, well, they're unseemly on her.
How do you know?
Shouldn't you be looking at heating coils or something?
I did. 5 times.
B squared equals C squared.
Gin as a friend is like, it's like, hey, chill.
Again, I'll say thanks, thanks, Rory, but it's okay. It's okay. At least some of us have texture.
I'm just like, oh god, let's not. Where is this going? Let's not go there. Jesus. I didn't realize how long this is going to be.
Okay.
E squared equals 900 minus... Oh lord.
Okay.
350 squared. Where is this going to go? Minus 1, 2, 2, 5, 0, 0.
Okay. Oh, your tactics roll, by the way. There likely entry points, from what you can tell,
I'm still doing the math wrong.
are the forest where you guys are already set up, or from the north, from what you remember of how they're equipped and such.
North, forest, or original?
North or forest are their likely entry points. Okay. From how you remember they were equipped, but remember they've also had prep time like you guys have. You're trying to do to the power of 2.
Sadly, it doesn't work. It's actually 350 squared is 122,500. Just saying. But I just don't want to do the square root of this. So that's what it's going to turn into soon. 1, 2, 3,
Technically,
4, 0, 0.
technically that's the Polynesians' tris, but fair enough.
Oh God,
Same
what is this?
difference, effectively the same thing.
Very, very true. Very old. It's very old traditions, regardless.
Square root of 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0. So I'm technically 351.2833614050059 away. Would you want to round down or round up? It's only 0.3 meter extra.
The general rule of thumb for RPGs is round to whichever is less favorable to you.
Okay, I'm 351 meters away from them. From the edges of the... At least from the corner that I measured. So anymore, I'm more than 350. Just saying.
Okay. Oh. What's the watch cycle for the night?
I guess Sky and I will take first.
Okay.
Huntresses can take second.
I guess that means I'll go third, which will cover the whole night.
And rolling...
Poor Rory needs all the sleep he can get.
Which I did roll. He's fine. He actually got sleep.
It's a miracle.
And Dimitri was on the final watch.
Yeah, Dimitri was third watching.
Rory, are you sleeping through?
He would sleep some and then be on watch if anyone needs him, if he needs to be.
Would you be your own watch, or would you be on someone else's watch?
I'd recommend he's on Dimitri's because we were trying to keep them on watch pairs.
Okay.
That works. What is the service point? I'm gonna do some more math.
What are those?
I'm assuming
Do with T100s.
Because they're percentiles.
Yeah.
Who's watching it? Okay. Okay, for Crow and Sky. It's a rather boring watch unless you are going to be entertaining yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
See, Girls Club is completely NPC, so they'll be talking and nothing other than them. Dimitri and Rory. During your watch, you notice that it's getting darker despite the moons.
Despite the what?
Moons.
Darker despite the moons.
Yes.
Clouds?
Is the weather finally coming in?
1 second.
That's going to be the first question.
Yeah.
42 squared. This becomes c squared equals 122,500 plus 2.
Let's see. You notice the dulling of the green reflective moon first, then Krios the blue moon. Looking around, you do note something, Rory. The darkness is coming with the wind. Dimitri, you are smelling. You are smelling the scent of rain, though you have not actually felt or seen any rain yet.
Ah, the storm's coming. Cool. But
That's
probably have
so...
that 42. Do I actually being paranoid here?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's like,
Because I do have a roll of 42 for spying things.
Yep, you do have a roll of 42. You have not seen anyone as of yet.
Cool.
So it is clouds by the sound of it, yes?
Yeah, it's clouds.
Okay, whew. I was gonna be like, are we missing something?
I've been doing too much network stuff. I did // for the command.
// Are you trying to write a comment?
I was thinking UNC, but that works too.
That is true. Oh my god, that should not be right.
What?
One, two, three, two. Oh, that's why that's wrong. Let me redo that. 1, 2, 3, 2. 6, 5. Okay, I'm literally at the point. I'm at the literal center point, so everything's at 351 meters away from me with that castle. Just gonna put that there. It's 351 meters away from me. If they're at the edge of the castle, within 42 meters of me.
Is that within your blaster range?
If I had my blaster, yes. Because my blaster's special, it goes out to 380.
Ooh.
But I did not bring my blaster. But it's half the range for my bow. Almost. A creeper of 31. A little creeper of 31.
Dimitri, you are noticing a movement in the forest.
Direction. Ow. What would be a good tone to put through the PTP that would definitely wake everyone up?
Beep. I don't know.
Bram bram, bram bram, Kodak.
No.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Thinking.
Would like to accept a collect call from Get Your Ass Up!
It'd be a loud screeching tone in the PTP that everyone is wearing. And I'd say that they're over by the huntresses.
Which is about where we predicted they'd be.
I see movement over there. Also, would you want me to shoot a flare?
Well, the combat hasn't started yet, so the idea of you letting them know that we see them is not a big deal. Or has combat, or are we officially at the time of whatever?
It is. It's more like the. It's on the latter half. It's the morning of or the night before, depending on how you want to look at it.
Okay, so not actually the time of battle, then. So yeah, you're shooting a flare off. Yeah, no big deal. So with the talent links, we really don't need to waste time on flares.
Well, he did say he had to tone through.
But I would immediately, I would still wake up the party because there's things moving by near the party.
I think your call.
Adam, wait, are you saying this is before? Like, after? So this isn't. Let me get.
Okay, strictly speaking, this would be, the early morning slash. Yeah, it would. I would count this as the day of because it's the latter part of your watch.
It is the day of when we're supposed to be fighting them.
Yeah.
But it is not the time of, the chosen time of battle or whatever.
It is not the chosen time of battle.
It's not the chosen time, but it is the chosen day. Got it.
So say I, Brian Blessed.
I'd still, yeah, I'd still wake up the party. It is early enough that everyone got a decent amount of sleep. Sorry, it has been long enough that everyone got a decent amount of sleep.
It is Brian.
And then make sure that the hunters are aware of the fact that there are things near them. Can I see what these things are?
They have robes on. So you see they're wearing green and gray robes.
Okay,
one of them is wearing a black robe.
Okay, that is definitely worth waking people up for. And can I roll something to figure out what they are? Because I would at least know what First Order stuff looks like.
I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I don't have dice and I don't have my laptop.
No, that's fine. I think we're getting close to wrapping up anyway. I think.
So, what would I need to roll to make sure it's not the First Order? Because First Order is a little bit more on my priority list over this trial if they just showed up here randomly.
Roll knowledge.
Oh boy, guys. 2 dice. Let's see where this goes.
Hey, it could explode.
Well, I get 1 more dice.
Hey.
And 1 more dice.
Yeah. Just 1 more.
And then I rolled a 2. So, total is actually a 6, 12, 16.
Definitely not First Order.
It's another tribe.
Okay, so it's not the First Order. I will let them know that we have visitors over there, and that they're people, which... Just saying, that makes it even more... Like, I would definitely make sure people are awake.
Don't want to be slinked in the night.
It's a dawn raid is what I would call it at this point.
Mm.
Anya will whisper, yell into the comm. How about next time we do something like that, you use, I don't know, a horn versus whatever in the jungle that was.
I mean, it's something you guys hunt. I just use something loud and terrifying.
That way they don't also know we know they're there.
It went over to the PTP, so I'd be impressed if they know we're here because it's something going through the PTP.
Well, no. Well, that was more or less it because by the sound of it, she said horn. So I'm like, no, let's not use a horn. If that's what she means, like horn over there.
Don't use this air horn.
But hey, Crow. Do you want me to shoot a flare towards them to make them sure that they know they're seen, or do you want me to just let them just do their thing while Anya and Yen hide or try to interact with them?
No need to be rude. If they're our guests, then it's not the time.
They are guests.
And if they're not our guests, no reason to alert them that they've been seen until they start something.
Well, I can't. All I see is robes and a black robe.
That could be some kind of ceremonial attire for the trial.
But they're off over there. Are they kind of sneaking, David?
Oh, the people you saw? No, they were definitely sneaking.
They're sneaking, so
They're sneaking.
trying to be the sneaky type.
Positioning for the morning.
So what do we do? Just let them hide for now and act like they're not seen?
Yep, let's just pretend we don't see them.
See what stupidity they get up to.
Again, what we say. Okay, we see them exiting the forest on the northern side.
I, for one, find it amusing.
It looks like they're scouting around.
Yeah.
This is probably their pre-battle survey team.
Let's just stay hidden for now, then.
Maybe these trials come with ring race referees.
Okay, Rory, can I get a search roll from you since you are awake? And I presume looking around. Can I also get a search roll from Crow and Sky? And Les being startled awake somehow is up from sleepy, but I don't think it would.
Nope.
Okay, Sierra?
This is what we live for.
You negate 2D of perception versus darkness, so you're good there.
Wait, is that optics?
Helmet package, yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like optics.
The battle hasn't started yet. We're still allowed to have the optics.
That's true.
And your perception is that many.
Do you want me to also roll a new search, David?
You don't have line of sight on them at the moment.
I'm 350 meters up in the air.
You are, but if you were to say look behind you, you still have these giant natural structures that are preventing you from seeing ground level. Or am I somehow mistaken?
The way I thought of it was, the plateau is 326 meters, and then the hike that I'm on is going at a sharp angle up to 350.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I wouldn't be able to see the ground directly around the plateau, but I would be able to see I'd say a good area of past the initial area around the plateau. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay, you can roll a search again, considering where they are.
Like, sure, as soon as they get probably in the clearing area and in the trees where Jin is, I probably can't see them. Unless they're on my side of it. So I'm just saying from an angle-wise, that's just the way I would see it. If it's not that way, it's fine.
No, I understand where you're coming from.
Would it be tracking at this point, since I already know where they are?
Well, no, because you're not
From initial.
You're not actually, following their tracks or anything.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Deep, 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 6. That one's cocked. 5, 10, 10,
And then all three of us can get 2D as darkness.
4 is 39. That's 2. There wasn't anything against using macro binoculars, was there?
Macro binoculars or optics.
We're technically not at the point of where we're supposed to
That's
fight
it,
them,
the combat
correct?
hasn't started, in theory, haven't started yet, so.
Sure, I'll be using macro binoculars. What would that give me, actually? I don't remember what macro binoculars would do.
I think it gives you plus 2D.
Plus 2 to 3D, depending on the model.
Cool, I'll just say I have the plus
If
2D one,
they're
because
more than 100 meters away.
See,
Are they more than 100 meters away? I'm pretty sure they are, because it's 350 meters and up.
Yeah, because of your altitude.
Cool. So that makes that, 5, 10, 15, 20, plus 24, that's 44, plus 3. So, 47, yeah.
Okay. You see these people?
Oh! I recognize that one. Do I recognize either of the other two, though?
Aside from being so tall, no. They're not.
Okay,
people...
so the guardswoman that I mauled isn't here. Got it. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna keep sitting up there. In my little hidey hole.
Yeah, keep an eye on them, make sure they're not planting landmines or something that we have to avoid.
Yeah, keep looking at them. And be impressed if they decide to look up. Oh, that was weird. Because I know there is a line of sight and they just despawned.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Okay. Okay.
Macro binocular gods.
I'm sorry, number 3 rolled a 1 on his power die.
Did.
Damn it, Ted, you ruined stealth for the whole party.
From what you can tell, Dimitri, they were doing a scouting of the area, and them quote-unquote disappearing was just them leaving the map.
So, my question is, did they come from the map north, or did they come from map south originally? Just want to make sure.
I don't think
They came from
woods.
They came from the woods.
Which woods?
The one
So,
that,
map east.
Yeah, the one where Gin and Anya are.
Cool. So,
for those out in the open, you feel a droplet of rain.
Yay.
rain. Go away.
Wet armor contest.
I win.
Now remember, Sky. It's not fair because they're predatory.
Everybody
how
can
we're-
have a pair if they want to. I'm a doctor.
I didn't know you were that kind of doctor.
Apparently, she's every kind of doctor.
I'm all the doctor you need.
Comic book scientist.
So if you look at the medicine skill, yeah.
I didn't even look at the Skype yet. Oh, that's amazing.
If you look at the medicine skill, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even look at the Skype yet. Oh, that's amazing. 'Cause I didn't even look at the Skype yet. Oh, that's amazing. 'Cause I didn't even look at the Skype yet. Oh, that's amazing.
Which reminds me, Sierra, just whenever you have a chance, I know you're busy.
Whenever I have a chance for what?
The posts for Gin and Sten.
Okay.
I know you're busy, so just a reminder.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Considering it's 10 now, I know it's a little bit early for us, but we're going to be directly going into,
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Moral combat.
I have the high ground. No, you don't.
Don't
None of us
say
have the
it,
high
Matthew.
ground. We're fighting equally.
Are we really?
Just saying, I'd like to know where they are, even if we don't go into the actual combat rounds yet.
Well, the woods that go off screen continue to spread off screen. Kind of like all of the castle is not on screen, only the edges of it that poke into the map area.
So they are currently off map. That's where they are.
I say, unless your macro binoculars can, like, have an X-ray mode or something. In which case, that gives a whole new meaning to the dad-ass comment from earlier.
The way I see it, they're macro binoculars. They're just normal macro binoculars. I don't know what they have exactly besides probably normal vision, night vision.
I think that's it. Is all they gave you was normal at night.
But no, I guess what I'm trying to say is going to the first round of combat so that it's at least set up for next time. If that makes sense.
Well, there may be RP before combat starts.
Ah.
That's entirely